peace could possibly be returning to the taxi industry in the Western Cape. It's understood that an agreement has been reached or may have been reached between the warring taxi factions. A draft peace deal, though, has not yet been signed. So what is the latest? Let's go down to our reporter, Ronald Masinda, joining us from Cape Town this morning. Hello to you, Ronald. So earlier when we spoke to you, you were standing with commuters outside buses, the only way for them to get to work, the sun rising now. What does it look like as the sun has risen?
Good morning, Gareth. We've actually made our way to Mitchell's Plain in one of the more busier taxi ranks of town centre. We are seeing quite a long queue of people waiting for taxis. We are led to believe that taxis are running smoothly here in Mitchell's Plain. That's despite concerns of other areas where taxi services have been suspended. But for more on the situation on the ground, I am joined by the rank manager here, Mr. Abdulaziz. Mr. Abdulaziz, thank you so much for your time. Talk us through about the situation here. Why are taxis seemingly running smoother here than in comparison to other areas?
You see, the problem is, man, we as the Mitchell's Plain, Cape Town route, right, people prefer taking out taxis instead of the buses because not even because of the taxi violence. Before that, the people are safer here because, as you can see, about a week ago, a bus driver was shot dead. So the people's lives at stake taking the bus, they are more safer traveling without taxis because we are reliable and safe taxis on this side. The only thing is this, we need more taxis here because these people had to start 8 o'clock already. They're here since 6:30 waiting in this line, waiting for taxis to come.
In terms of what has been playing out for several weeks now, in fact, since the beginning of the year, over 80 people have died in taxi violence. Why do you think the taxi associations here have not been affected by such?
No, I won't say we've not been affected. It's just the people that feel safer here. You understand? And the thing is this, it's mostly the African areas that has the taxi violence. Now, at the same time, because they have the violence, I'm not saying it's the taxi people of the other African areas. It's only because of certain groups of people. Now they classify them as a taxi people, which is not, and they start robbing our drivers and they arresting our people as well.
Just lastly, in our previous conversation, we went to Samora Michel where people were saying to us that they've been threatened by taxi associations there. In terms of the routes that you're going to, is it a similar case where taxi drivers feel threatened?
Yeah, you see, even our routes here don't affect the African areas. We have permits that can say that we can transport on that Vanguard Drive, the N2. But because of the taxi violence, they feel they have to attack our people also and our taxis. And we have nothing to do with this because we look at this. I'm not being racist. This is a colored area, this side. So we can't go drive taxi in their areas. You understand? But they can drive taxi in our areas. But now they are fighting under one another for our people.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. So Gareth, it doesn't seem like taxis are affected much here in Mitchell's Plain. We will, of course, go to other areas such as Nyanga in the next hour just to try and find out what the situation is on the ground.
All right, so we're moving from bus depots to the taxi ranks as well. We're back to you again later in the morning. You can hear that spillover effect as well of these warring factions as Ronald brought us the kind of effect it's having on other taxi associations in the area.